Do you think that moving to London affected your songwriting?
Definitely, I think so. I think you grow up. I think I grew up, I kind of had to stand on my own 2 feet and saw the world through my eyes with no other opinion. Do you know what I mean? I think when you grow up with your parents, you kind of, everything comes through a filter almost. Do you know what I mean? And it kind of comes through these glasses and you see the world in like a really, oh, it's a great place, you know what I mean? And whatever, and it is, and it's a really beautiful place, but you, I don't know, I just saw the world for what my perception, through my perception, it really is. Do you know what I mean? And I can only write about what I know and I can only write about what I think. But definitely moving to the city made me grow up a lot and change my songwriting.
And I can imagine that, for example, with a song as Tin Pan Boy,
Yeah,
where you
man.
talk about gentrification.
Yeah, baby.
So, so this seems to me pretty much inspired by
Yeah,
London.
100%, man. It's like I play guitar and I sat in those shops on Denmark Street and played guitar. Do you know what I mean? It's where I first like initially picked up guitars like properly. Do you know what I mean? When I wanted to buy them and stuff. And like that area, Soho in London, is so known for its artistic individuality. Do you know what I mean? Like the Rolling Stones you swung out there, the Clash, the Sex Pistols, Courtney Love goes there. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's cool. It's like Camden. Do you know what I mean? And to see kind of corporate companies forcing independent shops out because the rent becomes so high because of everything's been so built up. It's so sad, man, and it just made me angry, so I needed to say something about it, you know.
Right. Yeah. On the other hand, I think that you could have been writing songs like about like a broken heart or something like
Totally.
that, but you choose to go through a political path.
Totally, man. It's like, because I ain't got a broken heart. Do you know what I mean? I ain't got one yet. When someone breaks me heart, I'll write about having a broken heart. But I ain't had my heart broken yet. Do you know what I mean? So how can I write about something I don't know? That was the whole thing. That was the whole reality thing. It's like, my songs might not always necessarily have to be political, but they've always got to represent something and have a message. Because for me, rock and roll music right now has got so boring because it's just four dickheads on stage bashing the shit out of their instruments, singing about nothing. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, that's why I'm so obsessed with urban music right now and hip-hop music, because it's representing something. Do you know what I mean? It speaks to me in a way. It talks about things like anxiety and mental health and it's kind of igniting a fire in young people for that reason, because it's talking about real things. It's not just bitch get down or I love you so much I'm gonna shit myself. Do you know what I mean? And I was just like, I just believe music needs to start representing something again.
Can you cite a few artists that represent you right now?
Yeah, I love Post Malone. I think Post is great, man. I think I love an American artist girl called Jessie Reyez. I love Trippie Redd. I think he's really cool. Travis Scott. Loads. Lord. I love Lord. I think she's amazing. I think she's kind of, she's such a strong woman, and she's just completely doing her own thing and just completely in her own world, and I love that. So yeah, to name a few, I love artists. But loads I like. Music every day, like Kanye West, man, blows my mind. Like I think we're just so lucky right now to be in a world where you can listen to 15 different genres after each other. Genres kind of becoming obsolete. And for me, I never want to be an artist who is genre defined. I want to shock people, because like, what's rock and roll, I think, is not just people smashing the shit out of their instruments and singing loudly. It's an attitude, it's what you're about, it's what you represent. Do you know what I mean? So why can't I take a Kanye West string section and put it over an 808 and a trap drum kit with a Clash guitar line and then sing about something, do you know what I mean, that means something to me? Why can't I do that?
So rock and roll for you is a bit of an attitude, a way
Yeah,
of
rock and roll
being.
is an attitude. That's exactly. Rosa Parks is rock and roll. I'm not gonna get from my seat, white man, because I think you're wrong. Fuck you. Do you know what I mean? That's rock and roll to me.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar and Lord would
Yeah,
be
Kendrick Lamar,
like
man.
they have the rock and roll.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Kendrick's such a rock star. That new album, even the Black Panther album, man. And he's so politically driven as well. Like even that song with The Weeknd, Pray For Me, man. It's like falling on deaf ears again. Do you know what I mean? Like his lines, they're really, you know what I mean? They speak about something. And Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar was such a good album for me, you know? Sick.
I was wondering, when listening to your songs, you have a rock and roll background,
Yeah.
more of a rock and roll background, but your songs bring lots of elements from like ska and pop and hip hop.
Yeah.
I wonder at which moment you decided that you needed to incorporate all these elements into your songs, because you could have easily gone through the rock and roll,
Yeah, exactly.
traditional rock and roll path.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's easy, because that's easy. And that's why rock and roll's in a hospital bed right now, because people are trying to do rock and roll in the same way we've been trying to do rock and roll since the Rolling Stones. And it's just been like, rock and roll's living in the past for me. Do you know what I mean? And you're not rock and roll if you're using backing tracks and 808s and stuff like that. I think like, if people are saying that, it's like, shut up, you're keeping rock and roll in the dark ages by that old school mentality. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be like some 75-year-old bloke in a Def Leppard t-shirt singing songs about Margaret Thatcher in a pub. Do you know what I mean? That's rock and roll, innit? Yeah, no, it's not. I'm just, you know what I mean? I just think it's, why not mix it up? You know what I mean? That's what music's supposed to do, innit? Push boundaries, change shit. So I just believe if you're not representing something or doing something new, then you're not an artist, you're a singer. And I don't want to be a singer.
What exactly do you want to be?
An artist. Sick.
Yeah. And then you were just saying that rock and roll is, well, the traditional rock and roll is easy and you don't like things to be easy.
No, I think I love traditional rock and roll. I love the Rolling Stones. I love the Clash. I love all that. I grew up on that. But I'm just saying, why would I do that? That's been done. They've done that. Let me do something new. You know? Why would I try and be like someone else? You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll take influences from people I love, but I mix it all together to try and create something new. Because why would I do something that's been done? That's not music, that's just copy and paste.
And now that you have your first EP out and you are touring, do you have a plan on where you want to be in the next few years, or on where you want your music to go?
Yeah, man, of course. I think like it's what's so important to me, man, like forget all the hype and stuff, is people connecting to my music. And when I'm in those venues, like this tour was crazy because the rooms were full of people and we were just screaming it all together. There was just this sense of unity. And I would love for that to grow. And I can't wait to try and meet more people and to go and connect to more people across the world. That's just so exciting for me. Do you know what I mean? I think like there's so much more music coming. Like I've literally just been on a rampage, writing and I'm getting tired looking at my travel schedule. Do you know what I mean? I just can't wait to just get out there, work hard, and I can't wait to see where I am in a couple of years.
Do you think that your music works best when you are connected to your audience?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I never want to be an entitled artist. I always respond to, if people DM me on Instagram, I respond with video messages because the music I'm writing is about young people not being listened to. So how can I ignore them if they reach out to me? You know what I mean? I get back to as many of them as I can, because at the end of the day, like, it's not about, it's about that. It's about, on a human level, connecting with people who are feeling the same things as me. That's what the fundamental core of me and Yungblud is. And that's what gives me the biggest kick. When someone writes me a note and says, like, I'm dropping out of art school because, I'm dropping out of normal school and going to art school because your songs make me feel like I could do that. Or I want to get a tattoo because your song, I'm going to get a tattoo of your lyric on my arm because it means so much to me. That's the stuff that gives me a kick instead of, you know what I mean? That's just the biggest thing for me. It's just like, what? And I don't want it to stop. I just want to keep going. You know, I'm excited.
All right, Yungblud, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Man. Thanks so much for having me. Kushti. Rock and
Cool.
roll.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was sick. That was fun, man. That was a good interview.
Nice.
Good questions.
Thanks.
Sorry, I do waffle. I do talk.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, man.